Boom, we're live. Um, I think I just pinned the link to this StreamYard in the comments. If anybody wants to join, feel free to join right now. Or later or whatever, but I thought we'd keep the party going after watching Cash is King for a while. I got nothing really going on tonight. I'm actually feeling a little bit better. So what? Sterling Cash is stealing? No, I'm not stealing Cash's thunder. Cash is already off for the night. Yo, what's going on? Chapelek. Oh, I'm so bad with names, man. Chapelek. Hopefully, I'm sure I destroyed your name. Welcome. I don't recognize your name, so if I see it again, I'll work more on my enunciation of your name. I don't want to butcher your name. Headed to New York City. Come with me. Oh man, see, I stay out of New York City, bro. I love upstate New York, but I stay out of New York City. So yeah, I'll roll with you for a while. Maybe I'll keep you entertained, keep you awake. Hopefully you're not going over the George Washington, because that can get pretty expensive. But yeah, we're feeling better. For all you that don't know, I've been at home with the virus that's going around. And my wife was on vacation, and so was my stepson. And my youngest daughter was home. Well, now my youngest daughter has it, so nobody else is entering the house right now. My wife and stepson are staying somewhere else, and just my daughter and I are here, and we're gonna, battle this together and get over it. But she's actually doing pretty well. She's young, she's 15. For me, it's just been more like a cold, like a sinus cold and some coughing, but like nothing really terrible. It's just we don't want everybody in the house to get sick. Some other big changes that had gone on. My oldest daughter, left for college on Wednesday. She did swing by the house tonight. She's going to school about 3 hours north of where we live. For all you that don't know, I live in Minnesota. I live in the suburbs of Minneapolis and St. Paul, which we're under severe thunderstorm warning right now. It's crazy looking outside. But yeah, Hot Seat, welcome. Grade 8 Transportation's in the house. Hot Seat, yeah, we're going to keep this party going. I think I posted the link in the top of the chat. Nomadic, hold on one second. Hello, sir, are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I can't see you.
Okay, let me go out and come back in again. Goodness sake.
All right. We'll see if he comes back. This trucking life, man. If you want to play your guitar on my channel, feel free to hit the link. Come on in. Sterling, yo, good evening from Crescent City, California, beachfront room. F trucking. Yeah, emphasis. Yeah, straight to hell. F it. Oh, dude, trucking. If you're enjoying yourself, yeah, trucking's the last thing you want to think about. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're with your lady friend. If you're not, feel free to stop in here, Sterling. Your channel is always open to people coming in. I am not as prepared as you are. Like, I don't have questions. You know how you do the 4 questions. We'll try and bring this chap in again. I wonder why I can't see him, man.
I have no idea because it says I'm in the chat, but it's blank.
Yeah, can you see me?
Yeah. So
That
it's got
is so weird.
Yeah. Anyway, how's everybody's day gone?
We're doing good here. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad. I'm sat in Pennsylvania Coriopolis in Pennsylvania at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got to pick up an empty tank tomorrow and take that back down to Charlotte in North Carolina. Pick up one from there, come back up to West Virginia, then back down to Charlotte, then across to South Carolina, then up to the Great Lakes, then back to Pennsylvania, then back down to Charlotte by the 3rd.
Holy cow. You got a lot of trucking in you.
I don't mess around.
Yeah. What do you say?
It's what?
When you say the Great Lakes, are you talking like Michigan
Michigan.
area, Wisconsin?
Michigan.
Michigan, okay. Okay.
Yeah, whenever
Beautiful
I see those
area.
loads on the board, I always pick them because I like going up that part of the world.
Yeah, it's a nice area, especially when you can get into like on the lake side, lakes like the east, or what would that be, the western part of Michigan or even northern Michigan, up by the UP. Absolutely beautiful. I love that area.
I
Um,
I come across that bridge, that Mackinac Bridge,
Mackinac Bridge. Yep.
and then turn left and go across the top. And I'm going to Escanaba. That's where I'm going. There's two
Okay.
plants. There's two big, huge plants we go to there. Escanaba and I can't think of the other bloody one, but I know it's there. And it always pays fantastic money, and it's always scenic, and it's relatively flat once you've got through Kentucky and stuff. So
Right. Man,
I'm
I'm
good.
just watching. I'm looking out my big bay window in my living room right now, and we got a bad storm rolling in. Pretty crazy out there.
What, rainy storm?
Yeah, it's a big thunderstorm.
I
I
haven't
just
seen
got
any
a
rain for age. It rains a hell of a lot in this country. Somebody even pulled me up about it. It was a chicken. No, not chicken. Old school. In Cash's Live was trying to tell me that it rains more in England. I should be used to it here. No, it rains more in this country. I've never been in such a rainy place as America.
oh, yeah.
You have so much rain and snow and ice and all that gobbledygook.
Well, there's the man, the myth, the legend, trucking with Velox18, hanging out with Junior Varsity now. That's right, you are, buddy. You
I know.
totally.
I told him I'm coming over. You need to come in here, Nick, as well. You're lightweight. Get
He's
back
had a
in here.
long day. He wasn't lying on that Cash Live. I asked him earlier. I mean, I think what Nick said in Cash's Live about like we kind of develop. Yeah, it's almost like I want to see what this person's doing. It's tough to say friendship, but it once you talk to somebody and you talk to them more than once, it's like holy cow, yeah, like you've developed a friendship and you know things about people without ever like really meeting them. So I was like, "Hey, you want to go live?" And that's when he told me, "Well, Cash is going live at the same time." I'm like, "Oh,
Oh
well."
yeah, I wasn't being facetious. I was just saying, because I knew you were waiting to go into Cash's.
Yeah.
I was just saying, as in, like, I wasn't being horrible and whatever. I was
No,
just
no, I
saying that,
know.
Cash's Live. That was all.
Cash and DIY have me on a lot, so I'm never
I
under
know.
the assumption that they're always going to have me on because the reality is they're way smarter than me. I probably lip off more than they like, meaning like I have my like the way I view things and it might be different than, you know what I mean, than them or whatever, but obviously those two guys, Cash is King and DIY Semi, I mean, they are very like they're kind of like a foundation piece of my company, to be honest with you.
Right.
They're my mentors, man. I look up to those guys all the time. um doesn't mean I agree with them all the time, but I sure have learned a ton from them, and I think a lot of people can. All you got to do is watch their channels. So
I know Nick will give me some business advice, but I take no notice because I just think he's talking crap. But I just,
yeah, that's
what does he know?
like another, like I said, man, like you develop relationships with people, which is very odd because the truth of it is like I'm not a super outgoing person, man. Like I like to stay, kind of in my lane. And all of a sudden now, because of YouTube, I'm talking to people, including yourself. We
Mm.
might shoot a text to each other now and then that I never would have like reached out and talked to. You know what I mean? And Nick's in that category. And I mean, I'm sure I can share this. Like you set that up for me. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but that's.
You
But
know?
Nick is a very easy guy to talk to. He's if he's in this chat now, his head's probably getting big now because I just said that.
Yeah.
But he just know. But he's got a very dry sense of humor, and I find that very comical.
Yeah.
That
Hey,
that,
let
that
me
gives me the giggles.
Yeah, I have a very bad habit of not reading all the comments. So I'm going to try and read some comments here
Hmm.
real quick. Tol- Tolga, sup, folks? I recognize you from the other day, Tolga, and I hope I enunciated your name right.
Oh,
Um,
Toga's a good kitty.
yeah. Old school, new schools in the house. Grade 8 transportations. Storm comes through Belfort last night. Hail and tornado warning. I just kept driving. Yeah, sometimes that's all you can do, grade 8 transportation, is drive through it, or hope you can somehow dodge it. I've had to dodge a couple of really bad storms. I came through Tennessee last winter and they had like a massive ice storm. And it was to the point where, like, if you got off the road at all, like took an exit or anything, you were done. So I cruised along at like 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, I've got too much of a sissy. Once it gets too cold up here, I'm gone. I'm back south. I don't like all that cold weather. I just got too girly. I, I can't be doing it.
You know what? This
Uh-huh.
is gonna be. I'm gonna lose. I mean, there's only 17 people in here.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to go move one of my cars in the garage real quick.
Okay.
Or hold on. Let me make a quick phone call.
Well, you go and move the cars. I'll talk to your chat. Whoever's there's 17 people. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, try and drum up. Talk good stuff so more people come in.
Yeah, let's wait for Scott to get out, and then
I'll be right
I can,
back.
yeah, and I can slate him. Yeah, as you can appreciate, Scott's from Minnesota, so don't hold that against him. that's, but hey, Tolga, if you can hear me, mate, good to talk. Well, good to talk to you, but I can't see you because I can't see who's in the chat because I don't know how to do that on my phone. I don't know who's in the chat unless somebody brings it up in front of me. So I just talk. I'm that talking head. I'm that James Best talking head. So, but hopefully everybody's had a good day today and they've been making money. If you're a truck driver, hopefully you've been making money in this crazy environment in this country. Or if you're like Tolga, who lives abroad, hopefully, young sir, you've been making money as well and keeping it real. But I have no idea who's in here. Hopefully there's still 17 people in here and you're listening to some British chap who's come to this country in America to make some money. And I do run hard because it's all about running hard and work and a work ethic. If you got that, you're going to make it. If you ain't got that, don't do it. Stay as a company driver. Now, I'm a contractor, not on the spot market, but I'm a tanker driver. I believe I'm good at my job and I make good money and it keeps me busy. And I've put over 1 million miles on my truck since excuse me, I've got the hiccups, since 2015. So I've come over here to show you guys in America how to do it. This is how we do it. I don't know. What else can I say? What's my hobbies? Going down the pub if ever I get a chance, but you can get no pubs here. Favorite color, blue. I don't know what else to say. Fate, hurry up and get back here, mate, because I'm running out of things to say. What else can I say? No, I said I like going down the pub. I speak Queen's English. Unfortunately, if you're in America, you don't speak Queen's English, you speak American English, which is rather different than the way we speak. I'm just saying. What else is there? That's a nice paint. There's 2 paintings in the background. Can anybody tell me who's done those paintings? Because I can't quite see them, but they are nice paintings. And I think Freight's gone to sleep. He's probably gone out of the garage. He's probably thinking, sod it. I'm going to leave it to that British bloke. He can just carry this on. I'll stay out there. I'll do a James Best and stay out the scene while I'm drinking a couple of drinks and whatever. And I'll leave it to somebody else to run it. Yeah, whatever. So, what does everybody do for a job? If Nick's in here, Velox, he drives a girly. He's got a reefer, so that's a bit girly. I don't know. Girly people drive reefers. And I appreciate that F8, he's got a reefer, so I rest my case. Oh, he's back! Thank goodness.
Holy cow!
Yeah, we were just What do you? If you wet yourself or something? Something explode? I don't.
It's pouring rain out. I need to go
I thought
change
you got a gland problem or something there going on. I don't know what the hell's that all about.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, the host is back. He's done something. Something's. I don't know. See, this is the type of person that we are now following. He went out completely dry. Now he's come back and he's. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, you just got to hang in there. You just got to forget these sort of things where you see like all that, the wet shirt and stuff. I don't know. Maybe he's got gland problems. I don't know. Maybe he needs to go to the doctor. But you just got to look past that, actually. If you can look past that, he's a good kid, even though he pronounces his M's rather long, as in Minnesota. That's why I'm trying to help him on British language. He often rings me up during the day to say, look, how do you pronounce this and how do I pronounce that? And I have to explain that to him. So I generally try to go through and try to help him.
And it's also 60-mile-per-hour wind.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we got Fate's wife's coming in as well now. So and sometimes I have to offer them both how to speak Queen's English.
If the sirens go off, we'll head down. We're okay right now.
Oh no, I know. I was just letting you know
Okay.
because Grandpa texted saying, "Guys, just make sure to watch because we're on tornado watch."
Okay, honey.
Faith,
Yeah.
she's just telling you you're insured. She knows you're insured. If the world goes to pieces, they're good.
That was actually my daughter. So I live.
Oh, I do apologize. Oh my goodness.
Right.
I feel like a clot now. I
actually own a house 3 houses away from my ex-in-laws, and so her grandparents, my daughter's grandparents, and I guess he just texted her, "Hey, we're under a severe or tornado watch now, so be careful."
Wow.
But
you're a millionaire then.
I'm not a millionaire.
He is. He's just.
I
just
would love to
denying
be.
it.
I would love to be.
If the IRS are watching us, he's just denying it. So take no notice.
I mean, how do you view a million? Like, well, no, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire.
Yeah. How many people are still in the chat? Did I manage to keep any, or did everybody leg it?
It looks like we still have 17 people watching.
Excellent.
But who knows?
Yeah.
I gotta get to I mean, I don't know how many comments you got to or anything like that.
I didn't get to any. I can't see them.
Oh, okay. I don't remember where I left off. So yeah, we'll just start. You know, I'm not everybody that. Oh man, I hit my camera. We'll start comments as they start coming in now. Hot Seat says, "Damn, I just checked the radar. Yeah, where I live, it's not looking pretty. We got like 60-mile-an-hour winds right now. It's raining cats and dogs hailing out. That was the thing. I had to go move cars around.
When they say cats and dogs, can you actually see cats and dogs flying past your window?
Yeah, you hear them too. No, it's just there's lots of rain. Flash flooding. Flash flooding. For all you that don't know, here's my towel. It's because I'm wet from running in and out of the house. So yeah. Sorry, I've lost track.
Yeah, let's move on from that towel thing. I don't know what that's all about, so let's just move on.
Who's the guy with the? So Trucking with T-Bone says, "Who's the guy with the funny accent? Is he talking about me or you?"
T-Bone, thank you. I can't see who's in the chat. So
this trucking life's going to bed. Well, good night, this trucking life.
Oh, okay. This one I just lost you.
So you got a lot of trucking ahead of you, huh?
Yeah, I got a few. I'm out for another. I'm out to the end of this month. Out to the end of September. So I would have been out like 3 months.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be home. I have to be home until my daughter tests negative. Just because the way my family's structured, my wife and my stepson aren't going to come back to the house. So I'm here until my daughter tests negative, and then I can get back trucking again. Which kind of sucks because I had set myself up for a very good. I was going to take a load yesterday that delivers Monday, and then I had a load scheduled Monday that delivered Wednesday, and I was gonna be at like almost $8,000 by Wednesday. You know, I was looking to have a pretty good week,
Right.
and then had to cancel it all.
Yeah, I've got I mean, Schneider at the moment is like, I don't know what's going on with our contractors. A lot of them are leaving because of like fuel. They're just losing their asses. So there's one load that I'm doing is even a nuclear load, which we normally we can't touch nuclear loads as contractors, but they've allowed me to take one of these nuclear loads, and that pays fantastic money. So I take that.
Like nuclear waste or something, or what?
No, because what it is, you're going to a nuclear plant, and you've got to have not only federal background checks, you've got to have all this other crap.
Yep.
They let me do it. You know, it's like it's paying like $2,500 just to do a 125-mile run
Oh wow.
because of what you got to deal with when you get into one of these federal sites.
Right.
And I don't
I
mind
mean,
that.
you have to go like there's a broker that I haul for that sometimes has loads going to a couple of Department of Correction facilities, and we have to do the same thing. Like it's like 2 weeks in advance. You have to send in all your, you know, background information and stuff like that. But once you get approved from one, it kind of goes through the whole system. So you only have to do it, you know, once or twice, and you're good for a while.
But normally this is company stuff because we've only got 2 company drivers that deal with nuclear. So I don't know
Okay.
what that's all about, that they've allowed me to do
So
that.
TBT USA says the funny accent, that's Queen's English.
Yes, it is actually.
Yeah, and then Trucking with T-Bone right after him says, maybe I've been talking about the Minnesota accent
Yeah.
or Minnesotan accent. Yeah.
I've
We,
met T-Bone. T-Bone's a good chap. We met in Kentucky a few months back
oh, okay.
because he texted me and said, what did he say? Are you parked at the scale at so and so? And I'm thinking, crikey, some weirdo's watching me. What the hell? They know exactly where I am. That's what I sent to Velox tonight. I said, Nick, I'm 3 trucks down from you. Look over to your left. And he
Yeah.
looked over to his left on Cash's live. He was
So
looking all around.
so I'm a very small YouTube channel, right? Like, and I mean,
So am I.
you're
So am
right.
I.
But it's funny when people recognize you, because I've had that a couple of times now where I've been out somewhere, and I mean I've met up with a couple of people, so this doesn't include them. But like I was walking around a TA one day, just at the end of my shift, just walking up and down the rows of trucks, you know, getting a little workout in, and
Right.
all of a sudden I heard my name, and I turn and look, and here's this guy sitting up in a Kenworth talking to me, telling me he watches my videos. It was the strangest encounter, like, that I've ever had. Just because you don't realize, I mean, I guess I never realized, you know, the
I
scope of it.
I do. I've had quite a few drivers come up to me that it was weird as well. Because I'm in Coriopolis at the moment, which is one of their training centers for Schneider on tanker, and I was in here. It was like a couple of months back, and all the new trainees seemed to know me when I came in. I didn't know anybody, and they're all saying that they're there because they watch my videos and stuff. I mean, I haven't done any videos lately because I think sometimes you get burnt out. You've got to have the aptitude to want to do those videos, and there's a lot of stuff that I've had to do lately, and I just don't want to do any videos. You know, I can't be bothered. I know it sounds lazy, but it is weird when people come up to you. Hold on, now I can see the messages. Hold on, for the Minnesotan version of it.
You know, the Queen's English. He's full of
Yeah,
jokes tonight. TBT is full of jokes.
yeah. Hold on,
Invite Nomadic Brit to
Boston.
yeah. It says
Yeah,
it.
I tell you what, the Boston Tea Party, actually, you guys shouldn't have fallen out with us because my God, do I pay more taxes in this country now than I've ever paid taxes in my life.
Yeah.
This is a
Taxes are,
tax crazy
I
in
don't know.
here.
Taxes are, there's a guy that does a bunch of YouTube shorts. I'm sure he does videos too.
Hmm.
Where he picks random cities in the country and says, okay, if you make, $500,000 a year or $1 million a year and you live in this city, by the end of it, like I watched one, it was somewhere, it was in California. By the end of, somebody made, I think it was $250,000 after all their taxes. It was like $62,000.
Oh
Like,
my God.
like they were paying like 40% in taxes. I mean, Minnesota is a high tax state though too. I mean, we are a high tax state, but we have a lot of money that goes to like conservation and stuff like that, which the fact that I like the outdoors, I'm not totally against. Because I do believe if you don't try and save some of these wetlands or some of these Great Lakes that happen to be in this state, they're just going to get developed on, and then that scenery and that lake is ruined, and I've seen it where I'm from. I'm from northern Minnesota, and I've seen it happen, where lakes and rivers and streams, they might not even exist anymore.
Right.
Which they
That
fill them in, which is crazy.
It was trying to get used to when I came here though, that you have two different types of tax. You have state tax and you have federal tax, and this country is like 50 countries on one rock, because you all have different taxations for different states and stuff like that. That's what I can't understand about this country.
Yeah.
Whereas England, we have one set tax. That's it.
TBT says something kind of funny here. If I get recognized, I usually start to move my dominant hand to my strong side.
Okay.
Well, remember what he used to do for a living, before he decided he wanted to be a truck driver. I believe he was a police officer.
I'd say he was a cop, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a cop, man. Like, those guys got to be, especially in this day and age,
I think everybody's got to be like that, haven't they?
Yeah.
Guns and stuff. See, we can't have guns on these trucks because we can't have weapons in chemical plants, no nothing. So we're supposed to, if we get hijacked, we're supposed to just give them the keys. Well, okay, let's watch that one.
What's your thoughts on that?
It's what?
What's your thoughts? I mean, I understand you're going into certain places, but like on average, I believe when I'm out on the road that my truck is my home. I should be able to defend it the best and easiest way I can and defend myself. Like, yeah, I actually I believe that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like yesterday, I stopped in Indianapolis yesterday at a chemical plant because I had a 6 o'clock live load this morning. I parked there last night. They said, "Yeah, we'll come and get you." And sure enough, they came and got me at 6 o'clock. We got live loaded. There was a problem with what the C of A said about the chemical. It had to be like a specific type, and it wasn't hitting that. So in the meantime, while I'm sat there, we're sat there like by the security office, and suddenly some car doing about 60 miles an hour drives into their fencing and stuff, straight into their car, wipes out the fence. I mean, it's all on video and stuff like that. And it's just crackheads. But the problem is this plant is having a inspection next week by Homeland Security, because certain chemicals they carry comes under Homeland Security. And yet, you've got a place that's almost been, I don't know why it was hit. These crackheads came straight through, wiped out the fence, drove through their car park, took out somebody else's car, and come back out. And I'm thinking, in the day of a life of a tanker driver, and you're watching all this stuff, and then you see it on video, and then they have to have the police there, they have to have everything there because it's a Homeland Security place,
Right. Bill says, yes, 50 states have much independence, but are governed by an overseeing federal branch. Weird, but it works, I guess. I would argue it doesn't always necessarily work, Bill, without getting political. I wish states had, I mean, I know states we have our own constitutions, we have our own laws, we have our own, ordinance.
Your constitution pretty much follows the British Constitution.
But sometimes having having overreach in my mind. Like, I don't know. I don't want to get political. We just, I think everybody should kind of be able to live their life the way they want to live their life, as long as they're not hurting anybody else. Like, and I mean that for everybody. Like, as long as you are not physically, mentally abusing somebody or hurting somebody, what you do behind your closed doors should be none of my business. And, I have a tough time with laws and stuff that are maybe written due to, religious beliefs. I have a right of freedom of religion, persecution. Doesn't mean that I have to believe in anybody else's religion. And yet I do believe some laws and rules are written and put in place based on certain faiths. And I don't think that's right either. And I don't think it's right that certain things get taken out of schools. I grew up with Christmas parties and Christmas holidays. That doesn't exist anymore. I grew up saying the Pledge of Allegiance. You guys did though too, right? You said the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, we still do.
You still do?
We don't celebrate any holiday except Chinese New Year. That's it.
You celebrate Chinese New Year.
Yes.
What does that
See?
tell you?
I know. I think your daughter should. Your daughter probably wants to sign up to be British. I think America should just go back to being British and just accept that we are the far superior person.
Oh, here we go. I'm glad I'm the one that can mute people and kick people out tonight.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding, Britt. I'm just kidding, man. Here's that name again. I'm gonna butcher it again. Cholpolek. I sleep naked, hoping somebody breaks in. I'm lonely. Oh man.
Okay.
You
Your
know
daughter's
what?
in the room. Your daughter's in the room.
So Mike, you can probably say this. Funny way I raise my daughters, right? Like, my daughters have morals. I'm a moral guy. They have morals. I pass down good values to them, but I also never censored them. We always kind of allowed cursing in our house. There was a time and place you could talk like that if you're out in public or with family, you're at a family reunion, you can't talk like that. But if you want to let the S word fly or say F this,
more like sugar.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to it. And I never really censored their music. I never censored. I censored some of the stuff they watched. Like, I'm not going to let little kids watch hardcore violence and other things, but
That's Tom and Jerry. Yeah, you're talking about Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, my daughters turned out really well, and I was kind of a sheltered, censored kid, and I didn't want to do that with my children. So they hear a lot of, you hear me cuss all the time.
You hear me do it too.
Yeah, I hear you cuss all the time.
Okay.
But let me get to a couple of these.
Yeah, we've cleared that one now, so let's just move on.
Yeah. TBT USA says, I have a few short videos on my page. It's nice. Nothing big, but we'll see what I get without mentioning it on here. Well, we'll go check those out, TBT USA. If you want to, drop your link. Are you a moderator? Drop your link into the chat here, and we'll go check you out. I'm trying to bring it up here on my phone. Yeah, TBT is a moderator.
Yeah, in your own time, Scott. We'll wait.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm bad at this.
I noticed.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's fun though. I get to do what I want. It's my channel. I can do what I want to do.
I know. I'm just pulling your leg.
I know. Dude, come on. I take crap. I take crap with the best of them. Here's the funny thing, because it's only a matter of time. I'm like a pressure cooker. It's only a matter of time before I pop. And then everybody that gives me crap and shit, you're going to get it back 10 times fold,
I know, but I was even winding Nick up tonight. I managed to get him doing snatch. when he was talking to Cash, he's like watching the line. I was texting him as well on his phone saying, "Oi, say Rule Britannia, come on." Oh, is Nick in the chat? Nick, are you in the chat?
No, he was earlier. I think he's gone now. Hot Seat says we need a Freedom from Religion Act. Bill's reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I might have missed a few words.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Hot Seat, but it sounds good.
No. Well, no, just, yeah, we don't need to get all political. I'm not, like, here's the thing. Here's what I love. And this is, I know there's other countries that are like this, but like, this is why I'm not saying I love certain directions we're heading, but why I love where I live. I can say what I want without fear of somebody kicking in my door tonight. Like, or the fact that I'm able to go on YouTube, like the fact that there's actual governments that if you turn on the internet, you only get 6 internet sites you can go to. Like, I think that's crazy. Man,
Japan can only have an hour of screen time, I think.
Yeah, but-
like a whole week or something.
but how much time do you get? Hundreds of hours.
Yeah. Japan has
and
that certain area, and then like 8 hours is school.
You wonder why we're struggling in
I know.
education.
Yeah.
I don't need to debate my 15-year-old daughter live on YouTube.
Yeah, just listen to her, Dad, for Pete's
Yeah.
sake.
No, that's another cool thing. Like, I've allowed my children to kids can't really make grown-up decisions. I think we can all agree on that. Like, they're not mature enough. Their brains aren't developed. But like, I do believe in them having like a voice, especially if you live in a home, like it's their home too. Now they need to always mind the parents. Like, I grew up where like slapping and spankings were like a normal thing. Your dad, you had a healthy fear, especially of your father, maybe even your grandfather. I know I did. And somewhere along the line, like that changed. But
Yeah,
like,
because your daughter stood there with a baseball bat now. She's just telling you, Dad, don't push it, because I'm going to hit you.
my oldest, holy crap, one of the last like big arguments we had, it never gets physical, obviously, but like she stood up to me, and she was 18 and she stood up to me, and we had that, she had that I'm 18 puffing her chest out, she can do what she wants. And I had to be very clear with her that she could go down that path, but if she chooses to go down that path, her life is going to be a lot more difficult. And I did it in a very loving but matter-of-fact way. And if my youngest, she never stepped, like she's different than her sister. She's not like that. You know what I mean? But I had to do it with my oldest.
I was like that with my wife. My wife was married before, and she had a daughter from her first marriage. So I've always been the horrible stepfather.
Yeah, that's tough.
But Casey, me and Casey get on really well, my stepdaughter. But it took a little while, and like I said, I've never sort of crossed the lines, because I always appreciate that was her dad and this is her mum, and I'm not there to replace anybody. Yeah, but it was tough times, Kids can be some real knuckleheads. You got to be careful what you say.
Yeah, right. No, they can. And my stepson, I'm a role model to my stepson. My stepson has a father, that's in the picture, and I'm just
Right.
I'm just another figure in his life. You know what I mean? I don't pretend to be his dad or anything like that. I love the kid. I would do anything for him. But like, I know my role in my relationship with my stepson. You know what I mean? And then I look at my wife, who is the stepmother of my daughters, who's taken, who took on a very different role than I had to take on with her son. I mean, my wife helped me raise my children,
Right.
So yeah, it's finding that balance in a family. And I look at my family, and it's a blended family, but it's very, we're a happy family, and we're a loving family, and decisions are made kind of at a family level versus, just the
Right.
mom and dad making decisions within reason. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to a couple of these. Bill's calling us. Does that say scallywags? No. Shelbo cough. I can't see it. It like cut off. Oh, elbow cough. He's back in the chat. Trucking with Velox or Velox18. My name is Pigeon John. I got a Lamborghini every single day. Got to be OG. He's singing Pigeon John. So one of
Yeah.
the late conversations him and I had, we ended up finding out that he was surprised that I knew who that artist was. Because it's no secret. I like hip hop music, and sometimes I follow the obscure, Pigeon John, when I knew him, was very small, he's gotten bigger over the years.
Nick says that though because he's just trying to test you, because Nick's trying to come across as this big tough guy, but he's not. He's actually. I'm just trying to put it in perspective. Nick's a lightweight.
Yeah, I told him he should change his channel to Silver Fox Trucking. I think it would go over really well.
I told him I'd sponsor him to get his truck wrapped in a Union Jack.
Yeah, I saw that tonight.
We need to talk about that, Nick. It makes sense.
Bill says we never disrespected our just jumped up on me. Bill says we never disrespected our grandparents. Wasn't even an option. I fully agree with you, Bill. And it kind of was. I don't know if anybody else had this ever happen to them in their life, but I did in mine. Like, I believe as a male, as you get older, you kind of push the limits of your father, and you kind of peacock, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, you want to show that you're now becoming a man. And I remember I kind of stepped to my father once, and didn't work out in my favor. Like, and still to this day, even though he's almost 70 years old, like, I would never really, really disrespect my father or my mother. I mean, when I think of everything they've done for me in my life, I don't see how I could ever really disrespect them. I'm sure I upset them now and then, but disrespect them, I couldn't see myself doing that.
Yeah, my father was killed just after my first birthday in an accident. So I've got photographs of my father, and that's it. And it was like, if your father, once you lose your father at 1 year old, there isn't the same connection, because it's a photograph. And I've outlived him. He died. He was 26 years old when he was killed in this accident. And obviously, I'm an old fart now. I'm nearly 55 years old. But the grandparents and stuff like that, I came up with a very. My mother's family was a very tough family. You often get a good clip round the ear for anything. You're supposed to just sit there and shut up. I don't know. I just never disrespected my elders. It is what it is. That's the way I was brought up. I'm just an old fart. So.
Well, I don't think I ever disrespected my elders.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on one sec. I'm putting the chat back in. I just put the chat back in the link. So Velox, if you want to stop in. I always say Velox. It's Velox. If you want to stop in, hit the link.
Yeah, come in here, Nick. You're lightweight.
I can't send it to you directly.
You girl's blouse. Just hit the link.
TBT, come on.
What?
TBT says go Pack go. I'm not a Packers fan.
That's football, isn't it? Or no, yeah, football.
American football, the tough guy sport, the one that we actually hit each other. We don't run past somebody and fall down and cry in agony because the wind hurt us.
American football is girly because you wear all that plastic outfit, whereas British rugby, that's the sorts out the bench. The men from the see. Here's young Nick. Nick, you're lightweight. How comes you can see him? I can see him as well. What the heck's going on? So yeah, I get it. Anti-British. Oh yeah, I'm blacked out the screen. We can't see the British guy. I get it now. Yeah,
I didn't
bloody work. I just bloody worked that out.
I
I need to turn my phone.
I
Does that
didn't
work
do
better?
I can see you.
I know. I can see him as well. That's what I'm saying. But I can't see myself apart from the Queen's flag at the bottom. It's like the British guys like, oh yeah, let's push him under the table. I get it.
Hey
Maybe
man.
you should turn on the light. That might help.
I've got all my lights on. Holy heck.
You got the camera facing the right direction?
You can't.
Yeah, because I can see you, you muppet.
You-
That's how I know it's facing in the right
you know,
direction.
old people have problems working
Holy heck.
technology.
Oi, steady, steady.
Real
No.
quick,
Maybe-
Bill left
Maybe
a
leave and go back in.
Okay, I tried that. Wait up. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, go into your settings when you hit the link. Bill said real quick, my great grandfather worked for the railroad for 50 years, I heard. So my grandfather actually worked for the railroad until he was like 70 years old.
Yeah, but was that the British Railroad or the American Railroad?
I'm American. America!
No, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm going to jump out and I'll jump back in again. Let me try
All
it
right,
again.
sounds good. What's going on, my friend Nick? How are you tonight?
I'm good.
Did you call home to the family or anything yet?
I did. So
All
talk to the wife. She was on the live in the chat and stuff, but then I wanted to talk to her directly. So I called her and talked with her and then saw you were live. So
Yeah, I thought
Figured
I'd
I'd-
try and keep this party going. I can only pull 19. Cash was pulling in the 70s, but okay, he's back. Let's see if I still don't see him.
and what does Nomadic Brit pull in?
There we
He
go.
pulls in
Dang, I'm back. I tell you, yeah, it's an American thing. Let's kick the British guy out. Yeah.
Maybe you're under surveillance. You ever think of that?
No, I don't think about that because I am the third invasion. I'm sorting this all out. So you guys are going to wake up one morning and you're going to be British. So just deal with it.
Cash says the British Railroad, like 18 miles of track, right?
No, see, Cash is doing it now. Everybody's being facetious. No, we've got more railroad tracks in our country than you have here.
Oh, jeez.
This is all about carriages and horses and carriages here.
Buggies.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I am actually.
Is that
That doesn't seem right.
that's
You're
not
just
just like
little.
you're not just blowing not just blowing hot air and bragging.
No, we
fake
have
statistics?
we are very reliant in England on our train system and our bus system. And when old farts like me get to 65, even the government gives me a bus pass so I can get free transport for the rest of my life till I pop me clogs. But here, all this country, like I was in the other day, I was in Wyoming and Idaho. I took the load. It was paying great money, and I thought, sod it. I'm going to go out here because the last time I was out here was like about 5 years ago in the winter when Schneider was dispatching me, and it was like I had to take a 34-hour, probably the worst flipping truck stop I've ever had the misfortune to be at. But this time I thought I saw it on there. I thought, sod it. I'm going out there for the summer, so I paid like nearly $7,000 for going out to Idaho from Chicago. So I went out there. I thought, bugger it. I'm going out there. I could see the scenery, and I did, and I like all that sort of stuff, you know.
And how many times did you go out and do some sheep shagging?
No, that's the Taffs. That's the Welsh people that do that. We don't. I'm British. We tell the Welsh, the Scottish, and the Irish what to do.
That was a comment. By
From
the way.
who? From who?
I can't enunciate this name. Enunciate that name for me, Nick. Can you see the name on the screen?
Choplet.
Yeah, go with what Nick says. Yeah, we're going to go with what Nick says. If it's wrong, it's on Nick. It looks different. No, we don't touch the Taffs, the Welsh. They just listen to the British because Scottish, Irish, the Welsh are all part of England.
Okay,
Even though Mel Gibson keeps saying freedom and he doesn't know what he's talking about with his independent stuff.
Good old Mel, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody
Mel's
Aussies.
got some interesting viewpoints. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, he's just
Um,
bitter because that's where we threw everybody years ago in Australia. That's where we dumped everybody we didn't want in England.
TBT USA says it's not quantity, it's quality, Fate. Remember that. Okay. Michael's asking, what's wrong with the truck? There's nothing wrong with the truck. Truck's actually sitting in my driveway. The trailer is at where I parked the trailer. I got that kung fu flu, so I can't leave my house right now. I can right now, like I'm feeling better, but my youngest daughter has it too, so I need to stay home until she tests negative, and then I can get out of here and get
Okay.
back trucking.
Nick, what are you doing? Nick, what are you doing?
I'm fact checking you. 2017, Britain had 15,000 kilometers of railroads compared to
Okay.
America, which has 257,000 kilometers. So
America.
check
Hold
yourself
on.
before you wreck
Hold
yourself.
on. No, hold on. But how much track is British is for passengers? Check
What?
that one and
What?
stick
Okay.
that in your pipe and smoke it.
Are
Okay,
you not aware of Amtrak?
Yeah, but they just
passengers.
haul containers. That's why I said England is very reliant on trains for our passenger system. Whereas this country is very reliant on its container system to go by trains. I don't see a lot of carriages. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it, buddy boys.
But you did not say that. You said that you
Yeah.
guys have more
Yeah, we're talking about apples and oranges, though, Nick.
railroads.
You're being facetious, young sir. So let's just
Yeah,
accept
we're
that I
talking
am
about
right.
we're
Accept
talking
I
about
am
a
right.
country like America versus an island
Let me ask you this. Let me
like
ask you this, Nomadic.
Mhm.
What are you doing here in the States?
My wife's American.
Well, no, but what's your job here in the States?
Probably the best truck driver America's ever known and won't accept. It's a heavy burden, but I'll
Okay.
carry it.
Okay, so you're a trucker here in the States.
Yeah.
How long did you work at the railroad back in the motherland?
I never worked at a rail yard in England. I was hauling luxury yachts on trucks.
Okay, were you ever driving, like, I don't know, public transportation in the GB?
I don't know. Where's this going to?
My point is, you know trucking.
I know,
Not
but I'm
your
just telling
railroad
you.
system
But
in Great Britain.
I know, but when I came here, I couldn't understand why you didn't have proper passenger trains
Yeah.
and lots of them.
Well, you went to
Whereas
the
if you
wrong
go,
state.
if you go to like England and you go to like London, we've got, passenger trains coming out your rear end and everything all over the shop. But you come here, it's all containers. And I'm surprised that they don't stick, you don't have a much better system. The only time I see passenger trains is if I go to like
So
flipping New York.
here in America, we're rich enough to own cars.
No,
and
you're
can
not rich.
transport
Hold
ourselves
up,
from
hold
point A to point B,
up.
and
Rich,
don't-
yeah. Yeah,
and
let's
don't
leave
need
the
to worry
rich
about
out.
public transportation.
Yeah, let's leave the rich out. Let's put it on overdraft. I don't know about rich. God, blimey. I tell you.
Oh, I'm just messing with you.
I know. Nick told me to say that anyway. So if anybody's listening,
Yeah,
Velox told me to just.
that's what he's doing. He's probably texting Cash right now, telling
I
him,
know.
"Hey, drop something to make fun of Fate in the chat."
No, he's texted. He just texted me to say, "How do I pronounce England?" Because he
Oh,
wants to
okay.
know how to speak proper Queen's English.
Well,
should
Cash,
I pronounce it England, Britain,
No, it's
what are
England.
the other
It's
names?
England. It's England.
hey, we don't spend our time at the pubs,
No,
Brent.
no,
We
but it's called.
typically don't use commuter trains because we have jobs here in America.
So do we in England? No, we got better jobs in England. I'll tell you that now, because I'm not even going to get into that. But anyway, listen to me.
TBT USA says Brit is like New Yorkers. They say New York is the greatest place in the world to live, but
No,
live
it's
in
not.
Florida.
Yeah, I don't go to New York. I go to upstate New York because I like upstate New York. It's very scenic. I don't go to the concrete jungle, which is New York, because that's crazy.
Gary Bates says running into that rain. Gary Bates, if you're coming near the storm's moving east, so like if you're coming through Wisconsin into Minnesota, you're gonna hit a bad storm here. I don't know where you are.
Why is he running in the rain? Why doesn't he get some shelter? Who runs in the rain?
Hey, let me ask you, Nick.
Yeah.
Do you have experience driving? Obviously, I'm sure you have some, but like,
No.
and I know Northern California gets snow, but like, have you
None.
dealt with like freezing rain or anything?
No.
Nick's often on that flipping that bad news videos where you show bad drivers where he crashes and stuff like that because he can't go on there.
I've chained up once in a passenger vehicle. Never chained up a truck. I've driven through a couple snow flurries on top of the Grapevine coming down to LA. That's it. I've never driven I've driven in the snow in a passenger vehicle. I've driven on top of snow a couple times in a truck, but it had been plowed. It wasn't. I've never driven through a snowstorm or freezing rain, freezing fog, which I had never heard of, but I guess is kind of similar. That's all stuff I'm gonna have to learn how to deal with.
All right, take your time, man.
No, I mean when it snows, I've often stopped just to make special snowmen by the side of the road, just to show people which way to go with like the arrows, and then I just carry on driving because that's what I do.
Or you can follow Cash's advice that says why won't it show up?
You drive.
Don't worry about bad weather. You drive a Peterbilt. The weather knows better than mess with Peterbilt.
Yeah, but Cash, I'm trying to do a deal with Nick to get his truck wrapped in the Union Jack so he can drive down the road with a big Union Jack rather than that black truck.
TBT says he's got to run. He needs to get some sleep. Heading to Tennessee in a few hours. Talk soon. Everyone take care. Great show. Well, thanks for stopping in here, TBT.
Man, I wish I was heading to Tennessee. Jealous.
Yeah, me too. I'd like to go to, I don't know why, but I'd like to go to Tennessee as well, just so I can be a part of the team. Heck, let's all go to Tennessee. What the hell?
Tennessee.
I wish I was trucking right now. I'm sitting at home.
Me too.
You know, I wish I was trucking.
Yeah, me too. Your nose just got 6 inches bigger when you said that, though.
My nose, dude, look at my nose.
I was joking. Good God.
No, for real. Like my nose is all busted up and crooked, like goes different sides, and it's been broken so many times.
See, you don't know this, but hockey, you end up with a face like a boxer, because you get in. Part of hockey is fist fights. Did you know that? Nomadic Brit.
My teeth are broken. Like these aren't real teeth. You know, my eyes, I have gouges and big scars underneath my eyes from getting hit with sticks and pucks and fists. Like,
can't you play properly? Is everybody just a bad aim at hitting things? I don't know. Can't they hit a bloody puck straight? What the hell? Everybody must be blind in your team that you're in. Bloody idiots. God damn.
Turn on the telly and watch some hockey.
No, it's girly. Because again, they all got all those silly pads and stuff. What you had all that pad stuff on? I don't get it. How do you still get hurt when you got like 6 inches thick of all special padding and crap like that?
Are you talking about all about?
Yeah. He's talking about hockey. Okay, so I do have to give rugby its due, but you're talking about cricket, a game like that's similar to baseball where they wear sissy pads and stuff, right? I mean, you're a cricket fan, aren't you?
Hold up, let's stop you right there. They've got like knee pads. That's it. That ball's going at 100 miles an hour, and that is a full leather. And that's why when people get hit, they end up with broken bones and stuff like that. That's the difference between England and America, because you guys are sissies. In your face. Next question. See, Even I'm drinking a sensible sized bottle of water. Nick's got a gallon of water. What is it with you guys?
This gets recycled tomorrow. So that's why. When it's good going in, and then it goes back in afterwards.
So
and then you drink it again later after you've peed in the bottle.
Yep.
Excellent. Excellent.
So I'm gonna butcher this, but Michael has this for you, Nick. El Grotto, El Goro needs to try the tacos in Burley, Indiana, or Idaho, across from the Loves. Best tacos ever. I know it sounds weird saying best tacos are in Idaho.
Yeah, that does sound weird. And I stopped at that Loves, and I went inside and got Carl's Jr. I didn't know there was a taco place across the street. So next time I'm there, I definitely will try it. I had tacos in Utah.
Okay.
You're a taco guy, huh?
I'm a Mexican food guy. I'm not actually, so I actually don't ever order tacos. But everyone just says tacos when you're talking Mexican food. Like if you talk to a Mexican, you just talk about where the tacos are, but everyone orders whatever they want, but you ask where the tacos are. You don't, because it's just that's the main course for most people.
So I used to work with. This is when I worked out in the oil fields in North Dakota. There was a couple of Hispanic guys that I worked with, and they invited me to their apartment one night with like their families and my family, nomadic, and they told me we were having tacos. I was like,
oh, yeah, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
It was the first time I had ever tried cow tongue. They had cow tongue tacos.
Lengua.
It looked like shredded beef in this crock pot. And I asked them, oh, what kind of meat is this? And they're like, it's tongue. And I didn't tell my daughters. My daughters ate like 5 or 6 tacos talking about how great it was. And then I told them what it was, and they both almost threw up. Like, because we're not, I'm not used to eating that,
Yeah. Can I say something? I need to pop out for a couple of minutes because somebody's just asked me to quickly give them a buzz. So I just need to buzz them. If you're still live in about 10 minutes, I'll be back in.
All right, sounds good.
All right, catch you guys later. And
Later,
see you, Nick. And yeah, Nick, you lightweight.
That guy is freaking hilarious.
I told him he kept texting me while I was on Cash's live, and finally after I got done with the live, I texted him. I'm like, "You're obnoxious."
Yeah, he's funny. He'll text me sometimes during the day, just some random thing. He's a good guy. I like nomadic Brit. So you're out in the truck. You've been out in the truck for a couple of weeks now, right? 2 weeks?
No, not yet. It's really only like day 11.
Okay.
Yeah, day 11
today. Long.
So longer than I don't normally. I'm not a long haul trucker. I'm not.
Oh.
I don't do that. So
we got somebody in the chat that this is gonna go to. Just be ready for this one. Oh. I can't hear you.
By cracky. Shrimps on the barbie.
That's Australian, bro.
What's the difference?
he did to you what you do to him. He muted you when you first came out.
Oh man.
Oh, what's going on, Cash? I thought I'd keep.
Not much. Hanging out, listening to you guys. Had to come here and defend America.
Yeah, no, we're talking about absolutely this is the definition of jaw jacking, Cash. When you skip all the comments because you're horrible at reading comments and you just talk a bunch of nonsense. Railroads. We're talking railroads. I don't care about railroads.
That's happens when you let a British guy lead the conversation, Fate. You gotta direct this thing. You gotta guide it.
Right?
I mean, next thing we're talking about crumpets and tea over here. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, we were talking about cricket earlier.
I love those things when you fry them up. They're delicious.
Hey, I tried some, what were they? Like fried crickets when we went on vacation last year. We stopped at this place that had a bunch of weird food, and I saw a box of dried roasted crickets, and me and the wife and stepson tried them. I don't recommend it.
You know, they said you could pretty much solve world hunger if they would just eat crickets.
Hey, we eat seafood. I eat shrimp and stuff like that, and that's like the cockroaches of the ocean. You know, why not eat some? I don't know. Insult investors in the house. I'm going to show this because he's got a new name, and I liked it the other day. Leaky Wooden Yacht, and he's talking about. Remember, Insult always talks about traveling the country in a boat. He wants to be a sailor. Oh, great. I lost Nick. Oh, here we go.
That's crazy. Why am I still darkened out? What is that all about? What is it with you guys?
I'm not.
Holy heck! You did it on purpose.
No, Britt, I'm not. I'm
What happened to
seriously not
Nick?
doing it on
Where's
purpose.
Nick gone?
Nick left. I don't know.
Okay.
He just bowed out.
Nick, your girl's blouse. Cheers for that.
Yeah, I'm getting long in the tooth here since I don't have anything to really talk about. I've been sitting at home for too many days.
What have you been eating?
Not a lot. Like, that's the funny thing with this
Vid.
thing that's going around. It's not that feel sick. I'm just not hungry. I think we ordered Panda Express today, and we ordered pizza the other night. You know,
Keeping
Is that
America
actual
moving.
panda?
Yeah.
it could be Labrador. I don't know.
Good grief.
Orange
Bloody
Labrador.
hell.
I don't know.
Yeah. Nasty.
Oh man.
Oh, Velox says his phone took a crap. So
Oh
maybe,
yeah. All right,
maybe he'll
Nick.
come back
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Oh,
Whatever.
the big YouTuber can't have a phone to handle.
I know, and he can
content
also
that this
message.
channel is putting out.
Yeah, but
you
he
know.
can message on there. My phone took a dump. Oh yeah, that's why
Yeah.
it's working, Nick. Yeah, I'll ring you in the
Big
morning, Nick.
YouTuber has to blame it
Yeah.
on the phone. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on, we got another guest. Go ahead, Cash.
That's AKA my phone took a dump means I got to take a leak, right?
Yeah, it means something like that.
He's got to recycle that water bottle.
Yeah, that'll last him all month. That bottle, because he's gonna keep drinking. See, it just got a slightly different color every time when you look at it.
You ever see that movie, Dodgeball?
No.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? Is it necessary that I drink my own urine? No, but I like it. I like the way it tastes, and it's sterile.
Hmm.
I forget the guy's name that said that.
Yeah,
Too.
I've had real debates with someone about that being sterile. I'm like, it's not sterile. Come on, you saw that on a
Oh,
comedy
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Like,
No, okay, so I freshman year of high school, you know how you go around and they give you a piece of scotch tape, and you got like 5 different pieces of scotch tape, and you go and you tape them different places, and then you put them in the petri dish, and then you see what grows. I stuck my hand in the urinal to get that sample. You know, you put gloves on, but I stuck my hand in the urinal, and I sampled that urinal, and nothing grew. It was sterile.
Yeah.
So when I heard Ben Stiller say that, because it's sterile and I like the taste, I was like, it is sterile. I know that. The evidence checks out.
Nick,
it
I
could
got a
have
feeling-
something to do with the copious amounts of bleach they put in there too.
Yeah.
Right? Let me go grab another drink.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, bugger off then. You go out to the garage and do what you're doing. I don't know what he did it earlier on. He said he had to go to the garage. I don't know what that was all about. He was gone for quite a while. And then he came back with all this like a sweaty t-shirt and everything. I don't know what he was doing out there, but he did something
Oh,
pretty quick for
wow.
2 minutes. Watch, look, hold on. Let's see this
Uh,
t-shirt. Is it? Look, yeah.
When got a towel.
Yeah,
I
he got
did that.
something. Oh my God.
Oh, my Lord.
This is comforter. He feels more comfortable.
Don't set that thing on the family couch. I mean, my God, come on.
Yeah. I know, and his daughter's hanging around there. She's probably thinking, Dad, do you really need to do that? Just
I see one of the best YouTube channel names in the chat real quick. And I know I've skipped so many comments. I apologize, but this name is just the best. Restroom Area Raccoon. Sitting at home, greasing up the fifth wheel. Get out there and get those lizard sweaty. That's great. What a great YouTube name. Rest Area Raccoon.
I came across a guy the other day that calls himself a broke-ass trucker. I thought that was a brilliant name. Broke-ass trucker. I even had to tell him, I said, that is a fantastic name.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Hey, Cash, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you call a truck stop prostitute that's a cross-dresser? That's a male truck stop prostitute. What do you call them? If a female is a lot lizard,
A
and the
good
male,
deal.
it's got to be a bearded dragon.
Shame on you, Nick. That's not even funny. Goodness sake. You realize Jessica's watching you, Nick. She's got you on this one. She's going to ring you up about this.
No,
No,
we're on my channel.
Yeah, no one's watching Fate. We're good.
Oh, that's not nice, is it? Who says that? Who the heck says that and expects to get away with it? That's so bad. I think Freight's the household name.
It's getting there. I don't know if it's
is.
a good thing though. I don't know if it's a good
Nick's
thing.
just
Just a few more parking spots.
Yeah,
A few more
take
parking
notice.
spots.
Right? Couple of parking spots. Cash needs a shower.
Yeah,
I'll be set.
take no notice. Nick's just being a tart, so just don't listen to him.
Yeah.
You know, those. You know what's funny? No, I'm gonna keep that to ourselves.
Here's just a few dash cam videos with rap music on it away from being like huge, man.
Hey, I am not getting away from what I enjoy. I know it's not for everybody, and I get that. But maybe I should take the advice from the people that are like successful at YouTube and follow their lead instead of thinking I can do this my way and the direction I want to go. But who knows?
Just ring me every morning. I'll put you on the straight and narrow. All right?
Yeah, right.
No, rap is popular.
Yeah.
You probably get more people that like that. I started putting some reggae stuff over some of my driving footage, and I've gotten some comments like, "Man, I really like the reggae stuff." So you just put what you like. It doesn't matter.
I just, my mind's not in it at the moment. I just suddenly got fed up with it. I've got there's about 900 odd people following me. I just suddenly got, I don't know, because Schneider expect me to help a lot of these new contractors coming on. I get a lot of stressed out contractors ringing me. How do we do this? How do we do that? And blah, blah, blah. And I've just lost the oomph at the moment to do that sort of stuff. I start it and then I just can't be bothered, you know? It's just.
Wait a minute. Do we have an update tonight on a YouTuber that's going to pick up a new truck for his fleet? He had to take a flight somewhere. Cash, do we have an update on Mr. DIY?
I have heard nothing from him. He was nervous about getting on a plane, and I meant to send him a news article I found about the aging fleet of U.S. commercial planes this morning, but I didn't get up in time. So yeah.
Didn't he say he doesn't fly? He doesn't fly, doesn't he?
He doesn't like to.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he likes to. So I was just gonna send him some words of encouragement, like
You're asking a man who normally puts himself in the control of a lot of things completely out of control.
Somebody just text him, what goes up must come down. Just give him a bit of faith.
I found a news article that said the average plane in this country is 32 years old. It's got 50,000 hours in the air. That is good to read, as you're sitting there waiting on them to board.
And a fair bit of
Look at the comment. It won't
grey tape
count.
on the wings.
PDF
Bit,
related.
a bit of grey tape on the wings and stuff. Yeah,
Oh.
related.
Britt, you're supposed to tell us about Benny Hill. Who's Benny Hill?
He was a comedian that would not be allowed.
Can anybody hear him? Britt.
What?
Lost you there for a minute.
Oh, hold on, he's doing a cash. Oh, I get it. Oh yeah, up yours. I get it. It's just,
I finally have control.
yeah.
I
In your
didn't get
dream,
this
in your
opportunity.
dreams, buddy boy. Dang. Yeah, you wait till you get on one of my lives. I'm gonna terrify you. Just no, Benny Hill was a comedian in the 70s, so I think he's dead.
Okay.
But
Wasn't the first
what?
like? Wasn't there a silent film comedian, kind of a bigger guy, was like the first ever reported sex scandal? Was that here in the States or in Britain, where like
Probably
he got
America.
this,
Probably
he got this big
America.
contract, and like one of the women at the party that he went to died, and he got arrested for like assault or something way back in the day. I forget the guy's name, but he was a silent film comedian.
Sounds American to me.
No, I think he
yeah.
was from across the pond.
No, I don't think so.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you've got a couple of weirdos here in this country. So yeah, I believe it was an American chap probably, because silent. No, yeah, we just didn't do that in England. You know, you just didn't. America, only in America, as they say. I believe it was here in the first place.
Barry says landing a plane is actually a controlled crash.
Yeah.
Insult investors in the house. I said hi to you. I know
a couple of those flights I took out west felt like they were very controlled crashes. Like they were rough when they landed, man.
Have you ever flown into the Denver airport?
No.
Oh my God. That you feel like you're going to like the wind is so that airport is the strangest airport for one. For two, when you land, you're like landing sideways. It is the craziest feeling. And then when you get out and watch other planes land, they're literally coming in at like the craziest angles and hit the tarmac and then straighten out. It's nuts.
Boy,
I've seen videos of those.
Have you ever flown internationally? Have you ever flown to like England and stuff where you fly at like 45,000 feet or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you look down and you think, oh my God, that's a long way to drop. If we suddenly run out of petrol, that's going to be a big drop.
Petrol.
Well, you know, gas, whatever those bloody things.
Here in America.
Yeah, whatever. But when I used to fly into Atlanta, sometimes those guys it would always be like Boeing 777s, the long haul things.
Oh.
And sometimes when those guys used to hit the deck, those wings used to flap. You're thinking, oh my God, I'm living on a bird. It's flapping. Because they used to slam into that flipping airport in Atlanta.
We actually have a good trucking question here. I want to put this up real quick and kind of maybe get everybody's opinion.
Okay.
Michael Page asks, what's everyone's thoughts on deleting a 2018 Cummins X15 truck versus getting the Premier 2000 extended warranty? Cash, why don't we start with you? Or we'll start with me. I'm in control. And you have a 2015, so that means you probably just ran out of your warranty.
2018.
Or 2018. So you probably haven't even ran out of your manufacturer's warranty yet. And the only thing I'm going to say about deleting trucks, because I'm not a mechanic, is do some research, because the one place that I talked to kind of in depth about this said that these engineers create the codes for like the DEF system that nobody really has access to. So deleting your truck, in my opinion, is a gamble. Your truck is designed that way, and nobody can do a true delete on a truck. At least that's what I've heard. Cash.
Is this guy considered my competition? That factors in because I'm saying go for it. I know some places in West Chicago, very legitimate. Maybe some language barriers, but we can probably work around it. I can get you right in Monday morning. I'm just saying. Call me.
Nick.
Well, I don't know. It's something that I mean, when my warranty runs out, I'm gonna have to cross that bridge, but I don't know what I want to do yet. Because I mean, I got a 2022, so it's a little bit different. But I know of guys who have 15s and stuff where it was that early def system that kind of caused a lot more problems, it seems like. And those guys much prefer running without. I mean, because some of them delete EGRs and stuff too. Like it's like a full delete of all of that stuff. So there's just less stuff, but that does include you have to trick your computer on your truck to think that you're an older truck too. Like you gotta get the programming and stuff. So there's risk involved in it, and you got to know that the guy that you're using knows what he's doing, but they can't be reputable, because if they're reputable, then they don't do it, right? So it's kind of like you got to get the best black market, guy, but how do you know who's the best black market guy? So I don't know. It's just kind of risky to me.
Where do you go when he messes it up would be my question.
So
yeah.
What's funny is I know a guy that deleted his truck.
Better Business Bureau?
It was a good delete.
Yeah.
It was a good delete, but he had to bring his truck in to get some work done, and he brought it to a Kenworth dealership. They hooked it up and called him back and was like, "Hey, what's wrong with your truck?" They hooked it back up to the computer, and he's like, you had no reason to connect to my what do they call that? It's the main computer that they delete. What task?
ECU?
Yes.
ECU?
Yeah, yes, that's what it was. And he had to go and they took the computer out, and he had to go get it reprogrammed for them to even work on the truck.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. You have to make your computer think that you're a 19 whatever, 2000 whatever truck, 2005 or something. So you get the download, and then they trick your computer into running, because otherwise your computer is going to be trying to get information from all of these sensors that are no longer there, and you're going to get every check engine light that you can get because all the sensors aren't connected. So they trick your computer. Well, then how does a dealership work on it? I mean, that literally dealerships now, you could have a flat tire. They'll plug into your computer to find out what's wrong with the flat tire. Like they literally don't know how to work on trucks without the computer telling them what to do. So
I just looked at a new truck the other day that I actually have a video coming out about this, where the computer is designed, once you purchase the truck, if you decide to purchase their maintenance package for if you're out on the road, I know Freightliner does this too. They diagnose what's wrong with your truck as you're driving down the road to the nearest dealership. The computer tells them everything that's wrong with your truck, supposedly, and when you show up there, that's what they go off of. It's a subscription that you add to it, but I would.
Hey, do you see Jackknife's comment? I kind of
Which one? I was gonna read one. He's talking. Are you talking about the Cummins engine one or the newer one?
The newer one. It just kind of it talks about what I just said and kind of refutes it a little bit.
That are set up to a particular engine. Hold on.
So most deletes today are actually manufacturer programs that are set up for the particular engine that you have. So not the old version, like I was saying. It's set up for the actual engine, but it's for overseas where emissions isn't required. So
I gotta make
maybe that makes a difference.
I think for me, honestly, it would come down to my operation. If I was going to do all 48 states running everywhere, I would just leave it like it is. But if I was going to like do containers and stay within like 300 miles of the house where I had a shop that could deal with it, and it wouldn't be more than a $1,000 toll bill back to the house, I'd probably be looking into it a lot more. But I think doing OTR all 48, you just never know where something's going to go wrong, and like you don't want to have a breakdown that takes 2 months to fix because you got to find the right shop, and I think it would come down to that.
I had to replace last year my one box system, my filters and sensors. That cost me about 20 G's. But it took me a long time to break it. But I realized that you got to get used to this stuff. There's no point in trying to cheat the system because it's here to stay. Unless you take your truck to the side of the road, shoot it, and get yourself a horse and cart, I don't know how else you're supposed to get past it. It's this DEF system is here to stay. So, and like I say, it took me 5 years to break mine. 6 years actually. It took me 6 years to break mine. So it does work,
I'm not knowledgeable in this, but I remember a couple of months ago, didn't Asian Mai put out a video about the EPA doesn't have the right to like force trucks to have the DEF system? Didn't he put that video out?
Yeah, but it's not as much.
It's not set.
Right, but you still got to, if like Cash is saying, if you're going to different states, you're starting to play with fire. Once you start dealing with different, DOT parts and stuff like that, it's not just quite clear cut. I think it's just, unfortunately, you got to get used to this, and you just got to deal with it. I wouldn't try cheating the system, because the problem is, if you had a deletion tomorrow, and I know people like SoCal and stuff out say, look, get your truck deleted. The problem is, if you want to sell that truck on, you got to replace so much more back into that truck to be able to pass it on sell wise. I think you got to look at the whole bigger picture when it comes to finances on this.
Are you printing out a picture over there, Nomadic Brit?
I'm not doing anything, but I think Nick's doing something. He's holding something over on his arm, and he's just trying to be like innocent about it. Yeah, see, look. See, now it's not making that sound. He's playing with something that we can't see.
I would like
See, and
everybody to know.
he just sent a love note to Cash saying Cash is king.
Huh.
What the heck is that all about, boys?
I'm selling in my merch tent. I'm selling disposable towels. Unlike fake trucking, you can't marry it and take it home with you and introduce it to your family, but you can have fun with it. Then get rid of it. Just saying.
Bloody hell.
So real quick, and then we'll, Jackknife seems to know what he's kind of talking about. And I mean, I kind of know this guy a little bit, so I know he's smart in this realm. You can't just block the emission components off the computer, read the sensor, and can monitor the pressure differential and temperature of a regen system, and it will know something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of reprogramming that's got to go into that. Like, that's not just a couple lines of code.
So I kind of ran into like a little DPF issue. Are you laughing at my hand gestures?
No. He said a couple lines of code, but I heard a couple lines of Coke, and it just made me laugh.
Nick's just got to take it in the wrong direction. Nick thinks, see, that's the type of guy Nick is.
I communicate with my hands, and sometimes I make certain gestures with my hands that people decide to clip what I'm doing and make videos about it. So
yeah, because you're explaining it very wrong about your hand movements and stuff. You don't need to be saying that.
Who would do that?
God, my hand gestures and doing this. That. What is that all about?
I have it now. I think I might turn it into a GIF.
You should. I honestly told him he should post it. Like, I was like, dude, this is so funny. Like, you should post this. The guy that made it. But I lost what I was gonna say.
I know. You've lost your train of thought. I saw that.
It happens. It
Yeah,
happened.
I knew that was coming. Once you went off on a tangent, I thought, yeah, he's going to lose his train of thought. Now we're going to lose it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I really maybe it's time for me to wrap it up. It's been an hour and a half, and I'm losing steam.
And Nomadic calls me a lightweight. Man.
Oh, don't. Yeah. Nick is officially, because you're from California. So yes, you are officially the lightweight. But but young Frank from Minnesota. How many O's in Minnesota?
I do not sound like that.
I'm just taking the piss. Just
Ugh.
yeah.
This is not Fargo. Fargo is.
That's a bank.
I lived in North Dakota, man. I thought North Dakota would be a lot. Where I lived was pretty desolate. Like North Dakota wasn't for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to see. We got a comment here. It's kind of hard to see Nomadic Brit. He is being censored.
Yeah, because he's
we
British.
we don't really know why, but he's being censored tonight.
Yeah, I wonder why.
NSA is busy using his camera, spying on him. Because he keeps talking about this third invasion, and so they're like, yeah, we need to watch this guy.
I know. I'm just keeping it quiet. There's supposed to be a million of us Brits in this country.
We better be careful. They're going to come over here in their trains and take us out.
No, there's supposed to be a million over here already. I've got the secret club going on at the moment. I'm trying to find this other million. I've come across 2, but there's supposed to be a million of us here. So.
Oh, that's what I was going to talk about real quick. So Michael just asked the question. Do you just clean the DPF or the DOC or other things too? So real quick, I had a little bit of a def issue at the beginning of this year. It ended up only being my 7th. What?
You said debt? Oh, sorry. I thought you said deaf issue. Sorry.
Oh, DEF issue. Read your manual of your truck, because there is some very simple, inexpensive maintenance things you can do on that after treatment system that won't leave you stranded like I was. I was stranded on the side of, I forget what highway I was, 81, I think. 81 runs through Virginia, right, Cash?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was stranded on 81. And yeah, there's simple things you can do to maintain your DEF system. Get your filters cleaned, change your 7th injector, like, every 150,000 miles or something like that. You'll have to read your manual, but there's simple, inexpensive ways to keep the system functioning. I know I forget about it. Like, I didn't even know that there was a lot of maintenance that needed to be done on that system. So
when you read your manual and you start looking at all of the different intervals you're supposed to do stuff, you're like, oh, wow. Like, I had a brand new truck, and I'm like, I'm supposed to take this thing in at like 5,000 miles for them to tighten up bolts. And you're like, and then I was watching, what's his name? I'm thinking of his real name, but not his YouTube. Wandering Pete. Wandering Pete. No, Wandering Pete. He bought like 3 or 4 389s in the last couple of years, and so he's like he's leased on, but he's buying multiple trucks and hiring drivers and putting them in there and stuff. And so anyway, he's kind of doing some things. He's got a cool channel too, and he's from Texas, so he has that southern drawl. It's entertaining. But anyway, he had like a couple different things, like kind of just back off, like bolts back out, like a frame bolt that just backed out, and then some clamps. He had like a number of different clamps on his coolant system that just started leaking at like, I don't know, 20,000 miles or something like that. And so, yeah, but I don't know if he took it in or not for that like 5,000 or 6,000 mile tighten up that they required, because they want it to come back and they just tighten everything down. It's weird.
So real quick, Jackknife TV is answering a lot of Michael's questions. Is that echo on my end? Anyways,
Sounds like it.
make a long story short, Michael, if you bring, like, I had mine replaced, but I brought them in to get cleaned, and all they did was replace they like with ones that they had already cleaned, the filters, and replaced them with ones that they had just cleaned. Like, it was super simple. I'll have to go back and look how much it cost, but it wasn't that expensive. And I did that at about 580,000 miles because I'm at like 610,000 now. It was called the seventh injector. It's you'll see it right. There's two pressurized fuel lines, Michael, that run to it. It kind of sits in the back by the turbo a little bit. At least that's where mine is in the MP8. And it's called the seventh injector. Or I think another name could be like the dozer, one of the dozers.
That's what they call it. Like, I know on the engines I've had, the cat had, no, the cat had something else. I forget what it was called. But yeah, the other ones are dosers.
Dozer injector or something like that. Anyways, anybody got any last things they want to say?
Rule Britannia. I would like to state that as a fact.
What?
Rule Britannia.
I don't know what that is.
It means England. I was just being silly.
It's a royal railroad he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's very fancy.
Yeah.
Got a lot of passengers that ride it.
Yes. That's what
just
you guys
taking a piss.
Yeah, that's what you guys need to look at tonight. How many people move around on train in England compared to America? So
they can afford to give all their old people train and bus passes because of the 50% tax rate over there.
23%. I pay way more taxes here. I can't believe we fell out over tea and taxes here. I cannot believe it. Because when I come over here,
you got to put Michael Page's comment up there.
I can't see comments. I can't see comments.
There you go.
Really? Who says that? Dang. Anyway, chaps, this old fart's got to go to bed because I've got an early start. I can't be like being lightweights like you and just hanging around in your trucks. I've got a job to do. I've got to be carry on being the most professional truck driver in America. It's a heavy burden, but I'll carry it on my shoulders. I'll do it for everybody. All right.
Take it easy, Brett. Thanks for stopping in, man. I really appreciate it.
I'll catch you all later.
See you, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm out of here as well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ring you, Nick, tomorrow about 2:00 in the morning just to piss your day off. All right. So.
Go for it. I'm on silent. You won't wake me up.
Okay. Anyway, bugger off, you lot. Catch you later.
Yeah.
See ya.
Later, everybody.
Cash, thank you. Nick, dude, I really appreciate it, man. You know, this is like some YouTube talk here real quick. What you did for me, like, I want you to know publicly, I appreciate it. And it wasn't even, I don't even know if you knew you were doing it, but you did something that really helped a small channel. And I really appreciate it, man. Like, honestly,
I did know what I was doing, and I appreciate the public, words, even though you've already shared in private with me that you appreciated it. But I told you that I wouldn't be anywhere where I'm at without a lot bigger channels than what I am now, helping share my stuff out. When I had 500 subscribers, it was like, it was tough. And I didn't know if I wanted to keep going. Cause I was like, man, am I ever going to hit 1,000 and actually, be able to get monetized? And, am I just like yelling into a black hole? Is anyone hearing me? So, I list them off all the time on my channel, but Sammy Lloyd, Makes Sense, Dooner Livingstone, even Just Truckin' shared me out. I'm missing people. Who am I missing? Trucking with Tay shared me out. The Asia My Show. Yeah, so I was helped by like some of the biggest trucking channels out there.
right.
So yeah, imagine where I would be without, like, that's, I'm I've steadily grown over 2 years, and that's with the help of some of the biggest YouTubers in the trucking space helping me along. Imagine where I'd be without them. I'd be, just probably still trying to get to 1,000 subs.
You'd be
You know?
me.
So,
You'd be me.
so anytime I can try to, just give a shout out, it's not that hard for me to do it, and it's not, and I know it only helps a little bit, and yet every little bit helps. So
Oh, absolutely.
I don't mind doing it at all. Yeah,
Absolutely. And next time, I would love to like go live with you and talk like kind of some trucking strategies and stuff, because I believe you and I have had some, like, I've learned some things just by talking to you, you know what I mean? And I think you've learned some things from talking to me, like going to different areas or different highways. And I think we can really, I shouldn't say we, I think the community only benefits when there's good truckers putting out good content that is like real and upfront and truthful,
Yeah.
as truthful as we can be without divulging, family stuff. But yeah, I really appreciate your time tonight, and I appreciate everybody coming in here. I'm going to jump off now, so take care, everybody. Drive safe tomorrow, Nick.
See you
Later.
See ya.